Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this fella, Upamecano, Peter, is well versed in the art of gegenpressing and quick counters, having been brought through a system that excels in both disciplines. If he's able to combine this with his passing, then you could look to him to trigger an awful lot of counter-attacks.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Tries to get it clear. Cameroon with the corner, there first. And he gets rid in a hurry. Plays a sharp little ball here. Pelé. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's got tall. Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. He is through here. Roberto Carlos, played in with purpose. He's in a great position here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Hakimi. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cameroon have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Messi. Davids. Now that's a fine challenge. And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted. Cruyff. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cruyff. Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he has been fouled there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Vieira. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
That's the keeper's ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looking for the run. He's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Cameroon have their third corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Davids. Triol. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a decent clearance. Dybala. That pass isn't the best. Played out wide.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Davids. And it's Cruyff. Gerrard. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Cameroon happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9. Numero 7.
There's the start of the second half.
Cameroon definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Roberto Carlos. Gullit has found the net here, of course. Quality ball. And it's made its way to him. And this is Cruyff. And that has found him in acres of space. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Triol gets it away. Oh, good ball! Now it's some chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Hakimi. Davids. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Roberto Carlos gets into some... climbs up big! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Gerrard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
He had a chance to offload that left, so I think he's going to have to swallow his medicine on this one.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113 spettatori.
And it's Gullit. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And he thumps it clear. Well, they've got it again. And here's Mbappe. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Mbappe. Messi, looking to play him in. Dybala. Davids eases the ball away from him. Roberto Carlos, cross flung in towards the middle. Nesta can get it clear. Cruyff. Defending was strong and firm. Upamecano. And it's Bergomi. And the keeper's got it again. And Hakimi. "75 minutes played. Nesta producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Mbappe! And it's Davids. Now it's Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. Turns back here, probably the best option. Donnarumma sends that a long way. And that has not gone well. Can he get it through? Threads one in. Gullit. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's heaved it away. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's played into the area. Vieira clears it away. Out to the left it goes. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Sostituzione per il Milan.
Corner number 4 coming up
numero
here.
23, numero 5, Gerrard. Lasciano il campo per il
And
numero
it's been
19,
taken short.
Messi. Il numero
Oh,
18,
lovely feed, he
il
is
numero
such a good
41,
mover.
Cambio di giocatori.
And it's Barella.
Cameroon really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Played through into space. Nico Williams receives it in a wide position. Roberto Carlos, and he's got his... Up he goes! Oh, terrific! And that's that. Cameroon have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. He rises! It's in! And the game springs instantly to life.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Martinez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. Cameroon have the chance to go the other way. Cameroon do have a chance to counter here. And it's Messi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Cruyff. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And here's Mbappe. Nice sequence of pass. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And oh, what has happened here? And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. Chance here to counter. Foot in. Pull it. He won't be happy with that one. Dybala. Now it's Rooney.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to play it through. Shoots! Goal! AC Milan are all square. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal stand.
He's got tall. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cruyff can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out just... And pull it! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Keeper's dealt with that. That's tidy. Roberto Carlos stood his ground strongly. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. The ball has bounced loose now. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, shooting chance! He scores! And they've got their lead back. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And yes, it's him again. Cameroon take the lead. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Messi. Mbappe. Roberto Carlos. Rice. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Cameroon looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nice control. And it's Davids. Martinez. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that is as far as they're going to go. Played out wide. And here's Messi. Oh, good spread. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Well, and we hit half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Cameroon are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we're off again. Hakimi. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Cameroon are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Cameroon grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Great ball, and he's in here. And they can counter here. He's in plenty of space here. He's in a good position here. Shot, surely! He's scored! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Speed of thought, efficiency. Roberto Carlos has given away a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Thuram. Milan finding their passes. Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, denied at the last.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Takes a shot! And he hits the net! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's a searching pass. Rice. Great vision. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Martinez. Triol deals with that comfortably. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Mbappe. He's found a way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Martinez. Davids, too strong for his opponent there. Now that looks a decent ball. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The ball is on the spot. Here we go. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Chooses... There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rice. Good running, strong and purposeful. Hullet. And it's Hullet. Davids.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14. Rone.
Cherki.
Numero 11.
Upamecano.
Numero 21.
And it's
Numero
Doué.
41. Numero 4.
Davids.
Roberto
Opts for
Carlos.
safety.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 18.
And Hakimi.
Il numero 10. Il numero 23. Il numero 22.
He's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Cambio di giocatori.
Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Climbs up big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto Carlos. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Roberto Carlos is in a really good position out wide. Vieira. Doué.
This is the time you need that pace.
Looking for options for movement.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. That's a shade optimistic. He's given the time to pick a pass. 4 added minutes on the board. Merino. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And here's Mbappe. Cherki. Cherki! It's hit the upright. And the counter is on. And that is as far as it goes. Cameroon are enjoying their moments of collective...